Good morning, class. Just waiting for people to log on. Good morning, everyone. I see you slowly but surely coming on live. I'm so glad that you are here. Victoria, it is very cool. Welcome. For those of you just joining, this is the live session for my class, DCI, Director of Curriculum Instruction. I will be posting every Tuesday and Thursday, and I will be here for you live in order to answer all of your questions, to provide feedback, to be the glamour person that you need me to be. And so today, my goal is to really give you some feedback and some help and support with running your live so that you too may be the live diva or master that you should be. First things first, you want to make sure that your live is interactive as possible. So, for example, Ms. Ferreira is wondering why the struggle is real for some of you. And so I'm going to consistently throughout the live be checking my comments, which are coming up on the right-hand side of my screen, and I'm going to be responding to them. I'm also going to be at some points saying names and welcome people as they come on. So Miss M, thank you so much for coming. I also see that Miss Tutino is here, Miss Williams. Our community is growing. The other thing that I want to make sure that I do is that for me personally, I do tend to speak fast. So I'm going to try to slow it down. Since this is a live stream, I'm going to want to make sure that people who are here with me can see it and hear it and understand what I'm saying. Visually, most of you, at least from the videos I see, have a fantastic blank wall behind you. Great. I'm going to be honest. I am, I guess, a bit of a hoarder. I never noticed that before, but I literally do not have a blank screen in my house or blank background. And so I'm going to try to do the best to keep it at least as monotone as possible. Before somebody asks me, yes, ma'am, that is a phone. I know those things don't exist anymore. But I have it and I just feel like it needs to stay there to remind me of times gone past. Let's see. For the comments, let's see. Don't stop talking about my phone. Been here and getting no. Okay. So to keep going forward, and I'll keep checking in the comments. The other thing you want to make sure you do is that you have your topic. Because as we know, sometimes the students, and you've been in class when you say, does anyone have any questions? And then it's dead silence. And so a couple of things that I want to talk about just to kind of lead the conversation. Yes, Kelly, it is recording. If you don't realize, the default for live sessions is for it to record and then it posts to your channel. And so every chat that you do that's under, I think, 12 hours, which no ever can you do a 12-hour chat. These chats shouldn't last any more than 30. They should really be between 10 and 20 because even 30 minutes is a long time for a live chat. If you have to talk for 30 minutes to a student or students, it's a lot. So yes, it automatically records, and that's actually one of the reasons why we chose YouTube Live. My hope, and I think I posted this in the last Zoom that we were talking about, our hope was that it's once you do it, you don't have to worry about it again other than sharing it, and you actually can share the link before you start. So you sign up, and just to walk you through the process, for those of you who have not had the opportunity yet because your 24 hours isn't over. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your YouTube. You're going to go to where it says channel. On the upper right-hand side of your screen, there's a little camera, and you click on that camera, and it'll say go live. Another screen pops up, and it asks you to name your live, to ensure if you want it public or private, and then to ask you if it's for kids. That would mean people under 18. I know some of our students are under 18, but they're really wondering about, because the next little blurb underneath that is about respecting the YouTube restrictions on age. And so, hey girl, this braid, it took me all that morning to get it done, but I appreciate you. And so once you go to that screen and say, yes, here's my title. I would like it either public or private. Again, that's up to you. I keep mine public because I don't really mind, but if you feel uncomfortable, you can make it private. And then it'll ask you to say, you're gonna say, no, it's not for kids. Like I said, I know that recognize there are some of our students who are under 15, but it's more around the public, the kids' privacy and not putting inappropriate materials for young people. And you say, go ahead, the next screen will come up and it'll ask you if you want to share. And I just copy the link and I put it into my Google Classroom that you all saw. If no one shows up, that's a good question. If no one shows up, and thank you, Ms. Petrie, for that question, I would just go through my common misconceptions or whatever it is that I wanted to just point out, and the video might only be 5 to 7 minutes long, or the chat. Guys, do me a favor, because as you noticed, for the first, I would say like 3 minutes of my chat, there was no one here because I had to share the link, and then I had to wait till you guys could click on it and get in. And so, yes, you should at least, I would say, wait at least 3 minutes before you start, and then give it a 5-minute kind of what is the word I'm getting? 5 minutes of actual production. So if that's answering the questions that you had, if it's clarifying something, or if it's just, checking in, because again, this is going to record regardless. And so when kids come on later, they want to at least know that you were there and that you were able, that you answered whatever question you thought was important. And I'm always going to start and end kind of the same way. Welcome you in, telling you what this is about. We're talking about our Prezi, referring to what documents I had or that I'm going to be talking about. I already shared with you the document or the video in the Google Classroom similar to this about, and don't be sorry, we're good. I already shared with you the document similar to this about how to do a Prezi. And in that one, I specifically talked about the lesson I had taught, the Punnett Square lesson. And so you see how that works. And then if you do 5 minutes of talking, and then you close. So thank you guys again. I'm glad that you were here. Shout out to everyone here, Mr. Johnson, Miss Williams, Miss Petrie, Miss Couture, Miss M, Miss Ferreira, Miss Meir. I saw Mr. Hewitt. I know I also saw Miss Tutino, Miss Fabrizio, Miss Muda Hakana. I see you haven't posted, but I know you're here. If you have any questions, definitely shout them out. Let's see, anybody else that I meet? Miss Williams, Miss Fabrizio, I think I said you already. I'm really, really excited to have all of you in my class. I'm so impressed with all of the questions you've asked. It brings me joy to know that you're healthy and okay. If you need me, and I don't have it with me right now, but it's in the Google Classroom right where you saw the link in that stream, please, 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 please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All of my contact information is there. I will be here again on Tuesday, because I'm pretending it's Thursday. I'll be here again on Tuesday at this time. If any time between now and then you have any questions, you can post them to the Google Classroom. You can email me. You can text me. I will answer them within at least 24 hours, so give me a chance, but I will get that to you. You also have your PPM, your person that you made your plans with. If you're not sure who that is, text me and I will find out for you and I'll get that person to contact you. But the biggest thing is I'm happy to see you and I'm proud and impressed with all of the work that you have been doing. And you have a fantastic day. And so that's basically how I would end it, right? To really encourage them, make them feel good, give them a place of sanctuary and support and congratulations. I'm prepping them from what's coming. I'm letting them know that I'm here for them. People at the school are here for them. It's all about that. It's about that energy. And even if I was doing this and I was tired and, having a rough day, I'm still going to try to give it that Disney moment that I talk about, prep, like trying to, even if for that 20 minutes, I'm just super excited because this is live and this is really the one time they might have an opportunity to see the energy. And if you're coming on here and you're like, hey, so I talked about this yesterday, or even, kind of the regular demeanor. Hey, I talked about this yesterday. It still, doesn't give that energy that they're going to need to want to come back. Because this, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think this is what's going to have our kids super excited. I think that this is what is going to make them do the work that they don't necessarily want to do. I think this is what's going to keep them engaged so that when this apocalyptic quarantine is over, they're going to come back to school. I just really think this is it. And I think for all of you, I think this is where you guys are going to shine. And if the videos are any indication of what's possible here, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be outrageous, and we're going to knock their socks off. So again, that's what the purpose of it is. I'm going to take some questions and kind of read right now, and you can do this in your live. Take a minute to kind of read right now what's happening, if there's anything I missed. If you had a question from earlier and I didn't address it, please type it again, because I have 4 minutes, because I know Calvin wanted to do a quick wrap up I'm going to give it 2 minutes, a quick wrap up on the end. But if there's any questions, let's see, typing in caps, that's not me. Yes, stop yelling. It looks good. All right. Do I know my home phone number? Yes, I do know my home phone number, Miss Couture, and I will. Are you talking about that phone again? I'm going to get you. How about that? I was really going to give you my number, be like, wait, why don't you know my number? You've called me. Ha 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 ha. You know what? I have a payphone on my deck too. So if you want some of that, you can get that too. Let's see. Any other questions? It says, Miss Keith, like when you put Miss Keith's question, which is a good thing to practice because not everybody might be looking. Miss Keith asked, how do we know who is on? And so 2 things. Number 1, I know from the number, there should be 15 people total, because including myself, there's 15 of us. And right now I have 14 little people. There's like a little people icon. And every time you guys post a comment, it says whatever your screen name is. So I see like Megan Mayer, Jenny Petrie, Courtney Williams. So that's a quick way. Miss M's is her hashtag, her thing is Miss M possibly easy math. Like I see who it is. And so that way I can know who's here, who's on here. And then let's see. I'm gonna Miss Couture, stop. I keep thinking, like, what does she mean my phone number? And then, oh yes, help from Scarlett. Thank you, Miss M. Miss M is also saying if you click the 3 dots, it'll list them who's currently participating. But for me, it's just easier to kind of go through. But if you want to do the shout out like I did, and you want to read everybody and make sure you don't miss anybody, that would be a way to get that done. Anyone else? All right. Barring any other questions, and if you have more questions, you can still post them. I'll read them through and answer via email if I need to. I do want to go ahead and transition back to our Zoom so that Calvin or Mr. Johnson can do his wrap up. Thank you guys so much for coming. I will see you same time, same Z channel on Tuesday. Bye now. And I would probably wait till just so you who is still here, I'd wait till people start signing off. So I'm going to ask you to sign off, and that way I know everybody's good and has moved on. You can write bye when you leave. I see you've got 11 people left. 9. 8. 'Still waiting. Got 6. 3. 4. 3.
Question.
Yes, Kel, go ahead.
So if I